I'm Hamish Lane, and I'm here with
Calvin Harris.
And so, how are you today?
I'm all right, actually. Yeah, I'm okay. We've come in from Vienna, so we've been on a plane, and we flew to Aberdeen instead of Inverness, and then we got on purpose. I made it sound like a mistake, and then we got in a van, and here we are.
Yeah, so was it a good journey over, like along the roads?
No, well, yeah, you know, I'm kind of used to it. You know, I do like green things, but there's only so much you can take. You know, 3 hours. Yeah, 3 hours. It's a long time to be in a van, especially with the band. You know, it's a nightmare hanging out with them for any length of time.
How and when did you realise you wanted to be an artist?
Oh, well, I never wanted to be an artist. I never actually realised that. I'm still waiting on that realisation. I wanted to be a producer from like the age of 14, probably. Right. I've been doing this for 10 years now. Right, 10 years. So I always wanted to do that, but I never really thought it would happen realistically. But no, I never really wanted to get on the stage and be a singer or anything, simply because that's not a talent that I possess.
Well, I think you're pretty good, and I've got a lot of mates with me who are really looking forward to seeing you tonight.
Awesome. Well, we're looking forward to playing. You know, we've not done a Scottish festival since Tea in the Park.
What year was that?
Last year, which was awesome. It was like the best festival. I think probably the best, one of the best gigs, easily top 3 if not number 1.
Well, that was gonna take my other question, which was what's been your best gig ever. So.
Well, it was that weekend, because Tea in the Park, and there's a festival called Oxygen, which is in Ireland, which is run by the same people. So it was like usually if you play Tea in the Park, you play Oxygen on the other day. So we did that on a weekend, and they were both really good, and we were in a good mood for a couple of days after that.
Yeah. So what was your first ever gig like?
King Tut's, 16th of December 2006. Yeah, you know, it was weird because we'd been in rehearsals for a ridiculous amount of time, like 2 months, and it was really just like I'd never been on stage before, so it was, and I think it was just kind of like, oh, this could go really, really badly, and just the fact that nothing went horribly wrong, it was okay, but it was just one of them people standing about sussing us out kind of things. Well, it wasn't totally empty. I mean, it wasn't one of those gigs that are really, really dead that we have played since that. But no, it was all right. The first one, it was okay. We were definitely pleased with how it went. We weren't disappointed, you know.
Is there any artists or any groups you want to see throughout the weekend?
Well, we're here today, and then we have to go.
Tomorrow.
Well, today. Yeah, tomorrow morning. Yeah, sorry. So I guess Fatboy Slim. Yeah. I might just hang about the main stage, see the view as well.
Are you playing any other festivals this summer?
Yeah, we're doing V. We're doing Wakestock. Not that many. We're doing a few in Europe, but the plan was for me to kind of lie low this year. Yeah. You know, come back. Obviously, second album's going to be starting next year now, so I didn't want to do a huge amount of stuff.
So where do you stand with your second album?
It's all right. It's okay. It's coming up with a concept, you know. You can do a bunch of songs, but to do an album, I think you need to have a focused idea of what it's for. Yeah. Especially with the amount of music that's about at the moment and how accessible it all is with the internet and all that kind of stuff. I think you need to have a reason to put an album out rather than just because you've got a record deal, if that makes sense. Yeah. So it was really just what's the plan? So I figured out the plan, and I picked this. I've got maybe 11 songs that are nice. Well, music. Yeah. Lyrics come later. Yeah. So I'm kind of at that stage at the moment.
Yeah, have you got any release date or anything just next year?
Next year, probably. Well, yeah, definitely early. I mean, I want to get it done the next 2 months. There's no point in messing about and trying to overthink things.
I've got a few questions from a few of my mates who wanted to ask some questions. Like, some of them are a bit weird. Like, did you enjoy your latest collaboration with Dizzy Rascal?
Yeah. Like, best thing I've ever done, I think, actually, for me. It's great. Well, it took ages, but I think it's come out easily the thing that I'm most pleased with. Yeah.
That was from my friend Zoe, and she just wanted to say, like, she absolutely loves you, and she caught you threw your jacket out, was it? Sky Festival. And she caught it in the crowd.
Oh, awesome.
So she wanted to mention that as well.
Great. Well, I appreciate her for catching it. I'm glad someone did.
If you could have any superpower, what would you want it to be?
I've thought about this a lot, actually. I have. And initially it was like being able to see people naked. Yeah, but then you'd have to be able to switch it on and off. Yeah. Because, do you know what I mean? Just through day-to-day life, there's people that, yeah, exactly, like my manager, Mark Gillespie's a very fat man. You don't want to see him naked. It's not something that you want to fill your mind with. Benny is another one. It's just not something that you want to infiltrate your subconscious on a daily basis. Yeah. So I don't know, maybe that, but with for want of a better word, rules. There's a better word for that, isn't there? With whatever. Yeah. That.
My friend Joseph says, do you ever go onto internet blogs and websites and see what people say about you, like, or after a gig, and see what the feedback was?
I never do it after a gig. I mean, it's more general sort of things. Occasionally I Google things, like, say I Google the Dizzy Rascal record to see what kind of forum reaction it's getting. I tend to avoid the Errol Alkan forum nowadays, even though I like Errol Alkan, and I think he quite likes me, or he speaks to me when I see him. But it's just that the people on his forum absolutely hate me, like what's the word? Unequivocally. No, that's not the word. Unequivocally. Anyway, like without any whatever I do, they're gonna hate me. Yeah. But yeah, they're not very nice people, so I try and avoid that. But it's like tempting. I've got this thing where I want to read the bad stuff, but.
So you know what to improve on, like, later on?
Well, no, because I don't want to listen to these people because they're idiots. Right. So yeah. you've got to like. Yeah. Usually just say your shit. Well, yeah, it's usually not. It's not really constructive, because I think the most of the critics tend to be kind of my age, and trying to be dance producers, and have maybe sort of half-heartedly gone into it, and they don't really realise the amount of work that has to go into it in order to be any good. But it's kind of frustrating.
And finally, for my friend Bryony, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
It's like lying down somewhere and dead.
Dead.
It's like, I get ill a lot, so I think it's only going to lead to one thing, which is quite an early demise.
I don't think that'll be within 5 years.
I think, all right, 10 years. 15 at the most. And I'll definitely be bald. And I'll overcompensate. I'll grow a beard to overcompensate for the baldness. I'll look like Milo.
Is that Milo playing now as well?
He is, yeah. Just drop the pressure.
Yeah, that's a good song. So thank you so much for letting me interview you today.
My pleasure.